Satan's goal is to get you focused on what you don't have. In the Garden of Eden, how did the serpent tempt Eve? Eve was tempted by focusing on what she didn't have. How did Lucifer fall? He focused on what he didn't have. How does Satan tempt you today? By getting you to focus on what you don't have. The temptation to commit adultery is to focus on what you don't have that person to commit adultery with. The temptation to love money is to focus on what you don't have, money. The temptation to love material things is to focus on what you don't have, material things. The temptation to glorify yourself is to focus on what you don't have, self-glory. When Satan comes against you, how does he do it? How does he do it? He presents you with something you don't have and says, go get it. While assuring you, when you get it, you will benefit. And yet, what do you end up with when you go after it? You end up cursed like Eve, and you end up losing the good you had like Eve. You end up with the consequences like Eve. By going after what you lacked, do you end up losing more? You end up with less. Therefore, church, know the battle you face. For the day of battle is this. Satan will see your life. He will see what you lack. And he will offer you what you lack. There will be some sin he presents to you with the assurance it will benefit you. And what will it give you? If you give in, you will end up cursed. And you will end up losing the good. You'll end up facing the consequences of your sin. So don't be deceived by the devil. Know his strategy against you. He wants you to focus on what you don't have. The destruction that comes to those who receive what the devil offers. The terror that comes to those who yield to Satan by going after what he offers. If Eve stayed content with what God offered, she would not have sinned. Be content with the ways of righteousness that God has offered and do not sin. For all who refuse contentment with God, or rather with what God offers, fall. Lucifer fell and Eve fell. And if you refuse contentment with righteousness, you will fall also. Don't yield to Satan's strategy. Don't give in to him. Be content. Be content with what God gives. Be content. Be content. Be content.